Bonjour tout le monde. Hello everyone. Welcome to this first session for learning French. So maybe we'll wait some few minutes to make sure that everyone joins the session. So how I'm sure that you have many questions maybe. So I will explain, of course, how the structure of this course is going to be. So this is the first session. So we will start with, of course, covering the basics of the French language. So the building blocks of the French language, which will be at first, well, which will be, of course, the alphabet, the numbers. You will see your first verb during this first session also. What else? So, of course, I will start by introducing myself, then we will go straight forward to the alphabet at first. So this is for the structure for the first session. Throughout this first month, however, we'll go through the basic grammar, conjugation. So we will see the conjugation for the present tense for all the verbs, basically. And we will see also another tense at the end of the month. You will learn a lot of vocabulary. So for each course, there will be a section for grammar part, vocabulary part, conjugation part, etc. So I think that I can start. Of course, you can interact with me by the raise hand emoji. So if you have some questions and everything, you can raise your hand. I can open your mic. I can give you the authorization to speak directly from here. All right, I think we can start. So first, I'm going to introduce myself and then we can start our first lesson. As you know, we will have class every single week, twice a week at this time. So in each session, we will have conjugation, grammar, and pronunciation, as I said. During the class, if you have any question, please use the raise hand emoji, and I can give you the authorization to open your mic. Sorry, from my side. So I may also sometimes pick some student to answer some questions so that everybody will have the chance to participate and also enjoy the class. Of course, it's okay to do mistakes, so don't feel embarrassed or worried that you will do mistakes and then you don't want to participate. You're here for this, basically. I'm here to correct you and to teach you. So basically about myself, my name is Danny. I live in Hungary and my French is my mother tongue. I also speak English, as you've heard, and Arabic also. And I've been teaching French online for 3 years now. So I will share with you our content for today and we can start. So the objective of this course is to help reach immigration targets for each individual. Targeting tests which are valid for both Quebec and Canadian immigration. As it will be a fast-paced course, people wanting to improve their French language proficiency without any specific immigration targets will also benefit a lot from this course. But I should advise you, especially for this first month and especially for this first session, actually. The first session is quite heavy in content. I would say the 2 first weeks are quite heavy in content. So hang in there. don't be afraid, because it will get, of course, lighter and easier throughout the weeks. But the heaviest weeks are the 2 first weeks, okay? And actually, I like for now, in every time I do the 2 hours are not enough to finish the whole, because of course many people get excited, they have a lot of questions and everything. Many people want to participate. So generally, I always do overtime on the first session because it's never enough to finish everything. So, alors, la description du cours. So, course description. We will attack French grammar first, as it is a building block of this language, and we will find ways to make it as interesting as possible. We will start the course at a slow pace to train the mind to absorb new words, and keep on pushing the speed of the course with time, so we can reach the stage of making sentences quickly, which you should be able to do after this first week, actually, these 2 sessions. Once we reach the stage where basic sentences can be made, in mind also, which will be a major breakthrough in this journey, we will try to do speaking and listening tasks. So we can feed the brain with more and more French words. Very unique and interactive ways of sentence making will be used, which will push the boundaries of the brain at its extent. So to be more detailed, the first month will focus, of course, I said, on the basis of grammar, conjugation, vocabulary, and everything, and on basically all the reading tools you need, okay? And all the reading tools you need, and the basic pronunciation, the basic speaking. So being able to formulate some small sentences and to combine them to make a short story. So this is the aim for the first month: being able to read, acquiring all the tools to read, and to speak a little bit, okay, to pronounce correctly. From the second month, we will start listening practice, okay. Of course, we will continue on the speaking and writing practice and grammar and everything, but a new thing will come, which will be the listening practice. And at the start of the third month, we will keep, of course, with all this, and then we will go to the speaking practice. So the speaking part of the exam, so not just repeating some things, but creating dialogues from your head. Okay, not just pronunciation tasks that you have the sentence and go ahead, pronounce it. No, something more than that, which will be, for example, leading a conversation about some topic. So a real speaking practice, which will be on the third month. And on the fourth month, of course, it will be the preparation for the exam. Alors, towards the end of the course, when we would have established a strong base, then we will start with exam-specific preparation. That's what I was speaking about. Various tips and tricks will be used in exam preparations, especially in speaking, on how to easily crack the exam. During the course, once you start making sentences, you can also send me your speaking recordings and writing tasks, which I can evaluate on days off. So you will keep improving during the week as well. So of course, as you maybe you have already been told this, but so we have this interactive session, but it doesn't end here. You will have assignments on each session. I will send you vocal assignments and written assignments also. Okay, so for the vocal assignments, you have to send them to me through WhatsApp. Okay, you will have my number afterwards. I will send you my number in the email. So you have to send me your pronunciation assignments that I will give you. And of course, if you are practicing on your own, you can reach out to me, or if you have a question about something, you can ask me. Also, you will have access to all the materials that we use during the class, plus some extra material, okay? Also, you will have access to the recording, to the session, basically, because the sessions are recorded, so we'll have access to them to download them. All right, so basically, we will not miss anything. So enough chit chat. So is everything clear for now? Do you have any questions about the structure thing? You can raise your hand if you have a question. Will we get the recorded? Yes, yes, of course, that's what I just said. You will get the recorded class plus all the material I use. So the slides plus some extra things. All right, so let us start with the alphabet. Taking a look at the time. Alors, so the alphabets of English and French are the same, but not the way they are spoken. There are many sounds which are interestingly not spoken in English, but are available in Punjabi and Hindi. So let's start. So for A, it's A, okay? A. B, B. C, C. D, D. E, E. F, F. G, so it's not J, it's G, J. Okay, it's smooth G, G, not J, J. Okay, G, and not J, it's G, E, not I, E, G. H, H. So H, a special thing about the H in French, it's silent. Okay, it's a silent letter. Whenever you find it in a word, it's a silent letter. Okay, for example, a hospital, it's hôpital, not hospital, hôpital. Okay. Sorry. Sorry, this is my third batch of the day plus some extra work, so my throat is sore. Alors, so A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay. Is there someone who wants to try maybe? Can raise your hand and I know. Okay. Ayush, go ahead.
A, B, C, D, A, F, G, H.
H, yes. Can you repeat for the E?
It's O?
Yes. E.
Oh,
Good.
oh, okay.
Thank you. Maybe one more, and then we move to the second set. Let's take Imani. Not hearing you. Yes, now I'm hearing. Hello. Imani, you're hearing me?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, okay, hello. Welcome.
A, B, C, D, U, F, G, H.
Ash, yes. Thank you. All right. Up. So let's go further. Second set. So we have E, okay, not I, it's E, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. P. Let's try. Radhika, go ahead.
E, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
Very good, perfect. Thank you. Let's take another one. Deemanshu.
It's A, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
Perfect. Thank you. Great. All right. Someone asked on how to clarify so to repronounce so it's okay, the E, the English E, because don't have to mix up between the French E and the English E, it's not the same thing. When I say E in French, it's I mean I. But E in English, the English E. Anyway, this letter is okay, to avoid confusion. This is and this is I. I. Okay? So let's see what's going on here. Alors, in English, there are 5 vowels, but in French, there are 6 vowels, and an exception H, which is used like a vowel in many cases. Actually, for myself, I don't like this definition because of speaking about the H, because the H is not a vowel, okay? It's a consonant. So we have 2 kinds of letters, you know, that you have vowels and consonants. So it's not a vowel, it's a consonant. The H is a consonant, it's not a vowel. However, since in most cases, the H is, in all cases, the H is silent in French. So for example, HA, okay, this, how will it be pronounced? It's A, like just A, the letter A, okay, A. So that's why it is treated as a vowel, because it's silent. It's like if it wasn't there. So we only have the sound of the vowel that is coming out when we speak it or when we pronounce a word. So H is not, remember it, H is not really a vowel. It can be considered as a vowel just because it's silent and next to a vowel. Alors, so what are the vowels we are speaking about? It's A, E, I, O, U, Y. Okay, A, E, I, O, U, Y, and the H because it's silent. Okay, but beside this, it is A, E, I, O, U, Y. A, E, I, O, U, Y. Okay, we will see this letter in the next set. For now, I will unraise the hands just to see if there are any questions. There are any questions for now? Repeat what? Shinu, can you tell me? What do you want me to repeat? In the meantime, Ayush, yes, what's your question?
How would you pronounce J? Is it like J or J?
J.
J.
Yes.
Okay, okay, J.
Okay. The vowels thing. Okay, basically there are 6 vowels. So the H is basically a silent letter. So when it is with a vowel, that's why we say it's treated sometimes as a vowel, because when it accompanies a silent letter, so it accompanies a vowel, and H is a silent letter. So the only sound remaining is the sound of the vowel. So in this case, H is treated as a vowel. But anyway, so the vowels are A, E, I, O, U, Y. So A, E, I, O, U, Y. A, E, I, O, U, Y. For the Y, don't worry, we will get to it in the next set. Dimanshu, you had a question. I saw your hand risen. Yes.
Yeah, so just want to clarify, K is pronounced as ka or just
Ka.
k?
Ka.
Ka. Okay.
Here. All right, let's go to the final set. Alors. So the Q is Q. Okay, Q, not Q. Maybe I will write it like this. Q should work. Yeah, maybe. So Q, okay? So it's not Q, because I'm insisting on this one because it will be, I know it will be a common mistake because all my students did this mistake, okay, for quite a time. So at the beginning, so it's not Q, it's Q, Q, okay? It's a K sound, K, like the K, K, Q. And we are reaching the hardest letter in French. So it's R, R. However, unfortunately for the non-French speakers, it is totally accepted even in the exams to pronounce it like R, okay? R, not R, R or R. It's totally accepted to pronounce it R. And I would advise you to not put a lot of effort into it to pronounce it R, because actually throughout with all what I taught up until now, I see some students making the effort to pronounce it, to try to pronounce it as R, the French way, basically, but they end up creating some new sounds like G sound or sometimes U sound even, or sometimes a G sound. I don't know where it comes from. So they end up saying some weird things, basically incorrect things. It will be a mistake. So if you see that you struggle a lot with the R, like this, just pronounce it R. It's totally accepted. It's not a mistake or mispronunciation. It's totally correct, because there are even some regions in France where the R is spoken this way, like R, not R. Okay? So Q, R, or R, Q, R, S, T, T, U, not U, okay? U, not U, U, V, V, W, W, it's not double W, it's W, like double V, W, X, 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 Y, Y, Z. All over again, it will be Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Any questions before the practice? Simran, yes?
Can you speak like you? What we say you? Is it?
U,
U.
yes. U, not you. U. Thank you. All right. Don't worry, Shino. I know every time in the first session there is this messages, oh, it's hard to understand, it's too much, my throat is hurting. Don't worry, okay? And then by the end of the first month, they almost get like, oh, this session is good because I'm starting to understand things now. It's easy. So it gets easier with time. Don't worry. Rajinder. Yes?
Can you please pronounce Y again?
Y. Y.
Greg. Greg?
Yes, Greg.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, and Priya. You have a question?
Yeah, what was Y? Y?
Y. Yes, you said it correctly. Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome. All right. Don't worry about this. It will be actually, the alphabet will be your first assignment. Okay. So it will be your first assignment that you will have to send me to WhatsApp and I will correct you. So no worries. You will have the recording. You will have time to listen to it again. Don't worry. If you are not getting all the points right now, it's totally normal. The concentration cannot work like at 100% during the whole time. All right. So one more time. So it will be Q, okay, Q, 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 R or R, S, T, U, V, U, U, V, W, W, X, Y, 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 or Y, Z. All right. See what's going on here. And it is an important notice. Please, 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 please concentrate with this one, okay? Because I don't want to hear that mistake for a long time because I know I will have this mistake, but I don't want to hear it for a long time. Like I don't want to hear it, for example, in the second month. It's all right to do it now, but not in the second month. So when it comes to the pronunciation in French, in most cases, okay, in most cases, the last alphabet is silent. Okay, so in words, in French words, in most cases, like I don't know, if I had to put a percentage on it, I would say 95% of the words, the last alphabet is silent when it is a consonant. Okay, so except for vowels. And in most cases, when a word ends with C, F, L, or R, in most cases, this letter will not be silent. In, again, most cases, okay? But if you had to remember one sentence from all this, is this, okay? In most cases, the last alphabet is silent. So you will have words and the last alphabet is silent if it is a consonant. If it's a vowel, of course, vowels are never silent, never, okay? Vowels should always be pronounced. But if it's a consonant, so not a vowel, in 95% of the times, it is a silent letter, the last one, okay? So don't do this mistake. We will see examples. Okay, don't worry. I know there is no words for now to see, but we will see examples right away. So the alphabets which are pronounced even if they are at the end are the A, E, I, O, U. The H is not pronounced, it's silent. I don't know what it's doing here. So it's a silent letter. Y and C, F, L, C, F, L, R. Just a second, sorry. Sorry about that. I was interrupted. Just emergency thing, no problem. All right. So, any questions for now? I hope it's clear for what I said. Okay. Hold questions. Okay, then I hope it's clear. All right. So let's see now. Let's see the combination of vowels. Basically, combination of vowels, and we'll see also combination of letters, because this is basically the hard part to learn at the start in French. It's because, okay, we have the letters and the sounds of the letters, but sometimes when those letters are combined in a certain way, it is pronounced another way. And this is what drives the students crazy, basically, during the beginning. And we have a lot of combinations, actually, a lot of them. So, O and U together are the equivalent of the double O in English, okay? For example, vous, which is the plural you in French, because you know that in English we don't have plural for you, so we have you for singular and you for plural. It's the same, but in French it's different, okay? We have tu and we have vous. So, vous is you in plural, okay? So you see here in vous, I'm not pronouncing vos, vou. And I'm not pronouncing the S either. Why? Because what I said just before, the last letter of a word is silent if it is a consonant. So it's the S is silent. So it's vous. Okay, and why ou? Because O and U together are pronounced like ou. So O is O, U is U, but together it's ou. Okay, so this one is U, U, and this one is U. So it's a deep and so it's a deeper and rounded U. Okay, so U, 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 U. All right. A and I together. So it's similar to A, or a letter that we will see. It's this one, the E with the accent. Accent grave. Accent aigu, sorry. For this one, it's l'accent aigu, upward accent. Okay? So it's an E with an upward accent. This letter is not pronounced E, but E. Okay? E. Whenever you see this letter, it is pronounced E. And whenever you see the combination AI, it's pronounced like this also. It's E. Okay? E. We have E and E. Not the same. So, for example, to do, faire. Okay? Faire. You hear me? Faire. It's not faire. Faire. Okay? And please don't do the mistake of pronouncing it faire. Okay? Faire. The E at the end of words is just there to make you pronounce the consonant that is before. I'm saying all of this right now because I know it is a lot, okay? But it's better to give you a lot of information right now than to let you do some mistakes, to build your knowledge on mistakes and then correct you. Because it's harder to get rid of those mistakes afterwards. So it's better to have a lot of information right now than to learn in a wrong way and then try to correct it. Okay, so the E at the end of words. So for example, I'm not saying faire or faire. I'm saying faire. There is no E sound. So the E at the end, the E only, okay? Or the E at the end of words. When it is a simple E, not an E with an accent, Okay, when it is an E with an accent, of course, we pronounce it E. But the simple E, when it is at the end of a word, it's just there to make us pronounce the consonant that is before. Basically, the E here is to contradict this rule, okay? That the last consonant in a word shouldn't be pronounced. So to pronounce that last consonant, to make it pronounced, we add an E, and to say to the reader, okay, here there is an E. We know that the last consonant of a word is not pronounced, so we put an E here to make you pronounce that last consonant. Okay, but that's it. It stops at that sound. So I will stop at the R sound. Faire or faire. Okay, faire. And so AI, it's pronounced like E. Faire, faire. Okay. EI. So it's E also. Okay, it's another kind of E. So it's like the AR, it's E. Or more exactly, it's, I don't know if you will hear the difference, because I like to say in the beginning, I like to say it is E, but it's not really E, it's E. We have E and E. Okay? Can you hear the difference? Maybe? No? E, E. Like in, so what is the difference between those two E's? So the first one, E, is with the upward arrow, the upward accent, and the is with the downward accent, accent grave. Okay, accent aigu, accent grave. Et, okay, and the EI combination is like the For example, neige, neige. So it's an neige. We have E and E. I repeated it a lot, I know, but it's just to, but at the beginning, it's all right to do the mistake, okay? To do the mistake and pronounce it E. That's why because actually we will not really notice the difference when you speak in a full sentence or something. We will not really notice the difference between E and like the perfect pitch. We will not notice it, okay? So it's all right to pronounce it both E. Makes it, if it makes it easy for you. Okay, so for example, neige, neige. Again, here I'm not saying neiger or neigeux. The E at the end, I'm not pronouncing it, I'm stopping at the G sound. Neige. Okay. Alors, let's go further. So, UI combination. So this combination is pronounced oui. Okay, oui. Like oui. Okay, oui. For example, huit, huit, the number 8. We will see numbers in this session. Okay, so huit. Alors, it's a smooth and quick sound. So huit, oui, oui. Okay, oui. And finally, we have this one, which I don't know why many students forget about this one, even if we find it a lot in French, which is the O and the I together. It's pronounced wa. Okay, wa, like wa. It's a wa sound. Like in here, we have R, wa, roi, R, wa, roi, R, wa, roi. Okay, roi, which means king. So, do you have any questions about this or not? Archdeep, yes. Arshdeep, you rose your hand, so I'm waiting. Okay. Alors, Himani, yes.
Can you repeat the pronunciation of all the like O,
Oh,
AI, and EI, all these words?
oh yeah, of course, don't worry. I will do it before moving to the next slide. For now, I'm just receiving questions. Nadine?
I just wanted to ask, so UI is pronounced as V, so it's we because the T should be silent, right? How can we pronounce that?
No, in this case, it's with, because I said, remember, so there is something, the French is the language of exceptions. Okay, they will always find exceptions. Yes, I told you that 95% of the words, the last consonant is silent. So this is one of the 5% that are not silent. Okay,
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
but of course you will learn these exceptions, of course, with more and more vocabulary. Don't worry.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Devanshu, yes.
Don't know like if it's something belongs to this, but yeah. Do you have any example where we actually pronounce harsh, or it would be silent for like all words?
No, the H, that's why I told you before that I don't
Mhm.
really like to treat the H as an exception, to talk about it.
Okay.
Like there are cases when it is silent, but because it's always silent, okay?
Okay.
It's always
Yeah.
silent.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. Alors, Shubham, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Shubham,
Hi, if it's RUI, we're gonna call it three.
sorry?
If it's RUI, we're gonna call it three.
R-U-I,
Yeah, we're gonna call it three.
Rui.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry, at the end I will send you a PDF about I wasn't sending it before because I thought this is like the old way of learning French, but it's a good thing because that's how we French speakers learn French when we are young, when we are kids. We learn through like some combinations of consonants and vowels. All right. Again, let's go further. So I hope everything is clear. I will check just the messages. Can you explain why E comes in the end of words? So the E at the end of words comes when when you are forced to pronounce the last consonant. So basically you will find it's not like a rule, a grammar rule that you will have to learn. So, oh, at the end of this kind of words, we put an E. It's not a grammar rule, okay? It's basically historical. You will find an E, but what I'm saying is that when you find an E at the end of a word, for the pronunciation, you will stop at the consonant that is before, at the letter that is before the E. Okay, you don't pronounce the E as E or E. I'm saying this because actually it's a really, I don't know why, a really common mistake because I make sure to not pronounce the E at the end, but even when I receive the vocals and everything, I hear ferrer, neiger, things like this, and I don't understand, but every time I keep correcting it. So that's why I'm insisting on this part. especially. So whenever you see an E and E, okay, I will speak in French for these letters. E, not this one, E or E, okay, E. For this, you have to stop at the letter that is, for the pronunciation, you stop at the letter that is before, and that's it. Okay, so I will repeat these sounds again, and I move to the next slide. So, ou, et, or et, you can, et, oui, wa. And for the examples, you have vous, faire, neige, 8, and roi. All right. Some more combinations, this time with not only vowels. Yes, we pronounce the T in 8, the number 8. It's one of the exceptions I was speaking about. All right. So we have this combination at the end of words. This one, T-I-O-N. Okay? It's pronounced sion. Okay? Sion. For example, nation. 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 Or action. Action. Okay? Nation. Action. Action. So T-I-O-N is always sion. At the end, when you find it at the end, it's always sion. Okay? Then another combination, the G and the N, the middle of words, G-N. It's pronounced as new, new, okay? New, like new. Is it understandable like this? New. Think new, okay? So it's new, not GNU or something like this, okay? It's new, new sound, G-N together, new. New, not that U sound, but yes, like in new. So example, agneau, 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 okay? Agneau, I'm not saying agneau, 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 or agneau, because I got this also. Agneau, okay? Agneau, you, agneau. You may be asking where does the O sound comes from? It comes from this combination, okay? E, A, U. Together, it's O sound, O, like the letter O, okay? And same for AU together. So maybe I will write it for you here. So E, A, U, or A, U. Pronounced O. Okay, like the letter O. Basically, that's it. Whenever you see this combination, it's O sound. Okay, so agneau, agneau. Alors, E-N, U-M, U-M-M. For these ones, they are nasal sounds. So, for example, they are all, the E-N is en, okay, like in vent, which means wind, vent. So it's en. For the U-M and the U-M-M, it's un, okay, un. En, it's quite similar, but not the same. En, un. Vent, and this is perfume, so parfum, parfum. Okay, so here the difference. Vent, parfum. Un, parfum. Vent, en, parfum. Un. You hear? So I hope it's clear. And similar to this yes, Teljinder, you have a question? Teljinder, are you? So you can open your mouth. Yes, hello.
Hello, can you please the EN-UM pronunciation?
So it's en for en, like in vent, en. However, um is un, parfum, un, okay? Un. Vent, parfum, en, un, okay?
It look like similar, right? The E.
Quite similar, yes. I know it may be hard a little bit to hear the difference at the start, but you will get used to it, don't worry. So it's en and un, okay? One comes from a little bit from the throat, the other one completely from the nose. So the en comes a bit from the throat and a bit from the nose, so it's en, and the basically I can even close my mouth and say it. It's okay? It comes completely from the nose, so it's okay?
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Rablin. I'm practically not hearing you at all. It's like you are very far from the mic. Hello? Sorry, I'm not hearing. You can write in the chat your question if you can. I can answer it. Nandini, sorry. Yes.
Yeah, I just want to ask about GN. We said new, right? New?
New, yes.
New. So how can we say is it a new?
A new, yes.
A new? Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. There is no difference between the UM and the UMM. Actually, I will go further. There is no difference between those ones and this one also, UN. They are pronounced the same way. It's also. Okay? So let's go to this part here. Alors, un and un also. So basically it's un. Okay? The same sound. Un. I will go even further. The AIN also is un. Okay? Un. For example, brun. Okay? Brun. It's un. Okay? UM, UN, UMM, IN, AIN. For all these ones, it's un. Okay? Like in brun. Or invité. Invité. To invite. Invité. Brun. Invité. Okay, it's the same thing. I will give you another with AIN, which is train, which means train. Same word. I don't need really to translate it, but it, okay. Train. So you see AIN, train, un, invité, un, brun. Same sound exactly. So UM, UMM, UN, IN, AIN, it's the same sound. Like the number one, actually, which is also in French. However, U and E is pronounced une. Okay? For this one, you pronounce each letter basically separately. The U and the N are pronounced separately. Une, une. Okay? Une. So, for example, lune, lune, which means moon. Okay? Lune. So, the ON is pronounced on, on. Okay? It's a nasal sound and rounded. Nasal and rounded. On, on, on. Okay? It's not like this one. So this one is on, this one is un, and this one is on. Okay? It's a more rounded en, basically. So this one is on, and this one is on. You see? It's just that I'm rounding more my lips. It's the same sound with rounding your lips more. That's it. So on, and then on. Like, for example, bon. Okay, bon. Vent, bon. Vent, bon. Okay, quite similar again, but not really the same. So good, it means good. Bon means good. Okay. For this combination, so O-double-N-E, it's pronounced on, like on in English, like on off. You see, on. It's the same thing. It's on. Okay. For example, bonne, which means also good, but for feminine. So bon for masculine, bonne for feminine. Don't worry about this feminine masculine thing. We will get into it in time. It's just to explain the difference. Yes, Venkatesh, you have a question?
Is the UN and ON making the same sound?
No, not at all. This one is un, and this one is on.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Shubham, yes?
You said except for the F, L, and R, every consonant is gonna be silent, but in inviter, you said we have to pronounce it like invité, but why the R is silent now?
That's why I said that I don't really like that description. Actually, it's because this is something else. This R is something else. It's in, where is it? Here it is. Okay. This one is not just an R, it's a verb. Okay? It's a verb, inviter, to invite. And for verbs, we are gonna look each time at how they end. And when a verb ends with ER, it's pronounced E. Invité. Okay?
So the A sound is not for the T, it's for the verb A.
Yes. So the ER combination in verbs, actually, I think I mentioned it here. No. Okay. Anyway, I will put it. So I will put it here because it also concerns verbs. So verbs, or I will put it like this, ER at the end of verbs. And of verbs. It's pronounced like in A. This, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
A sound. You're welcome. All right. So what do we have here? Bun, yes. So here I know you will hate me in this one. So A, N, and with E, N are the same sound. Okay, so another en. Like enfant, enfant. For me, it's a good example because it shows well that these both combinations are the same sound. Okay, so maybe we'll ask, why do we have then another combination? I don't know, historical reasons. So every time in French that we don't know something, we say historical reasons. So it's enfant, enfant, which means kid or child. Enfant. So you hear me? Enfant, enfant. Same sound. Okay, the en, the an has the same sound. However, when you see a double n e, in this case, no. Okay, it's an. Okay, for example, Anne, the name, Anne. Okay. So, any questions? We don't have much going on about these combinations, don't worry. All right. And don't worry, after this, we'll move to a more interactive part. The gender. Well, yes.
Can you repeat please? A double N E
Anne. Anne.
N.
Yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Nadine? Nadine, you have a question?
Oh yeah, so sorry. Yeah. So the one is like UN, IN, and AIN. We pronounce it as right?
Ah,
So can you
yes.
pronounce like brown and invite for me once?
Brun, brun, brun.
But
Invité, invité. Train. Brun,
okay.
invité, train. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome. Well, let's go with the last ones. Yeah, I think we will go again with overtime for this batch also. Every time it's like this because you see, it's normal that you have a lot of questions and it seems confusing and a lot. Anyway. Alors, the ENT at the end of conjugated verbs. Conjugated verbs, okay? So the ENT at the end of conjugated verbs is silent. We will see how it will appear in conjugation. Don't worry for now. But when you see it in a conjugated verb, please don't tell me it's on, okay? Don't do this mistake. Okay, so it's silent every time we see it. For example, mange. Okay, mange. They eat. Okay, ils mangent. Mange. So, you don't hear me saying anything. Mange, not mangeant. Because I hear this mistake a lot. Don't do it. Mange. The ENT is silent. All right. What about? Management. This is not a French word. Okay, management is not a French word. We use it in daily life, like une équipe de management, like for this, but it's an English word. We don't use, it's not a French word, so we pronounce it as it is, management. It's an English word. Alors, parle. Yeah, thank you, Simran. For example, parler, to talk. Parler, when you conjugate a verb, for they, it will be parle at the end with ent. So I say parle, not parlant. Okay, parle. Alors, some examples. Here it is. Il parle. Okay. Elle mange. Ils finissent. Ils parlent. They talk. Elle mange. They eat. So both are they. for these articles, with these pronouns, sorry, not articles, these pronouns. But in French, you will go crazy again with another thing, which is that we like to gender and number everything. Okay, so everything is gendered and number. We don't have just they for both masculine and feminine. No, we have they for masculine and we have they for feminine. So we have il, which is for masculine plural, and elle, which is they for feminine plural. Okay. Alors, ils parlent, elles mangent, ils finissent. You don't hear me saying ils parlant, elles mangeant, ils finissant. Don't do this mistake, please, because if you start doing it, you will see that you will spend a lot of time with it. I don't know why this mistake stucks. Like, I don't know, it sticks like really hard. Once you go into this mistake, it's done. You will you'll stuck with it for I don't know how much time. Alors, of course, we'll do these verbs in future lessons, so don't worry about them for now. And we said that also when the ER at the end of verbs is pronounced I. I hope it's clear. Any questions? Dimanshu, yes?
Can you please repeat these examples, like the pronunciation?
Ils parlent, or ils parlent, elles mangent, ils finissent. Ils parlent, elles mangent, ils finissent. Simran, yes? You can open your mic.
Yeah, how to speak parle, Parler.
Mhm.
The parle,
Parle also, yes, parle.
but
So-
means we don't have to speak like ER,
So,
parle.
so this one, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, parle. Not parler, okay? Parle. Actually, we don't have to go over this right now because we will see it in conjugation, okay? Don't worry. Alors, it doesn't need to get more confusing than it already is, okay? I know that the first lesson is really hard, and even for me, I hate the first session. I hate to teach it because it's too much, too much to tell all this information and to like bomb you with this whole information. It's a lot. I hate the first session. So I'm more energetic actually in the next sessions, like, but the first one, I hate it. Alors, so let's get to a more interesting part and a more interactive part, which will be some vocabulary for you. So greetings. Some French greetings. We have bonjour. Bonjour. You can say it, of course, again, bonjour. Okay, I will not go over this remark every time, but remember that whenever you hear me say it R, you can say it R. Bonjour, which is the standard greeting used throughout the day. It is roughly translated to good day, but not really, because in English we use good day to not to greet someone upon meeting, okay, but to greet him upon leaving. So don't use it as the same way as good day. So this is just the translation of it, okay? But how is it used? Bonjour is used like hello, okay? Bonjour, hello, okay? Bonjour. And it's the most used one, bonjour and salut. Okay, we will see it here at the end. Bonsoir, it's the same as bonjour, but in the evening. Okay, so you use it in the evening. So it's hello at the evening. So good evening. So you would use this greeting in the late afternoon or evening. Bonne nuit, it means good night, and it's used when saying goodbye in the evening or before bedtime. And this one is said, so either before bedtime or upon leaving. Okay, bonne nuit. So we don't greet someone that we just met during the night with bonne nuit. It's a bit weird if we do it. Bonne nuit, it will sound weird. It will seem weird. Anyway. So you have this, bonne nuit, and then salut. Salut. So you see here the T at the end is silent. Okay. Bonne nuit. Nuit, it means night. Okay. Nuit, the night. Nuit. Soir, it means evening. Soir. Bonsoir. Bonjour. Jour, it means day. Bonjour. Bonsoir. Bonne nuit. Salut. Bonjour, bonsoir, bonne nuit, salut, which is the equivalent of hi in English. And it's the most casual and friendly way to say hello. And it's the most used actually in everyday life. Salut, bonjour. Okay. Those two are the most used. Anyway, who wants to try this ones? Venkatesh, go ahead.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, now, yes.
Bonjour, bonsoir, bonne nuit, salut.
Very easy, yes. Good job. Thank you. Devanshu. Devanshu, go ahead.
Bonjour, bonsoir, bonne nuit, salut.
Very good. Ayush.
Bonjour, bonsoir, bonne nuit, salut.
Perfect. Well, you see that for these ones, it's pretty easy. And it's much more interesting than all of the grammar that I gave. Priyanka, go ahead. You can try.
Bonjour, bonsoir, bonne nuit, salut.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. So for the other ones who want to participate, you can leave your hand risen because we still have more. Alors, so we have coucou, okay, coucou, which is really informal, okay, and playful way to greet someone. So it's often used with friends only, okay. So coucou means hey. Comment ça va? Comment ça va? So this is a common way to ask someone how they are doing. So it's how are you? It's the equivalent of how are you. One important thing that I will mention now, I will take some time with it, but it's important, okay? Don't try to learn any language, actually, not only French, any language, through a word-by-word translation, okay? Don't think that comment is how, ça is are, and va is you. Okay, please, I don't want to hear this thing. For example, sometimes I hear, oh, does it mean that va is you, ça is no, okay? So forget about this word-by-word translation. So a translation is done contextually, okay? It's done contextually, so upon the meaning of what we want to mean by it, by what we say. So it's rarely a word-by-word translation. Because if I had to translate this one word by word, it will be, how is it going? How is it going? Or how it going? How it going? Which doesn't mean anything, you see? So it's comment ça va? It's the equivalent of how are you, but it's not translated literally to how are you. Yes, Simran? Simran, you have a question?
Yeah, I have a question from last slide actually.
Okay, I will go back up. Yes.
Yeah, on the right side there is a picture and there are some other words also like bonsoir we did it, but the other one it's bonjour, journée.
Bonjour. Yeah, we will see it. Don't worry. There is another slide afterwards. Don't worry. Okay. All right. Alors. So, comment ça va? Then we have also comment vas-tu? Comment vas-tu? How are you? So, tu is the informal you. Okay? The informal you and singular you in French. It's tu, the pronoun tu. We will see them at the end. And for the formal situations, so whether it is plural or singular, we use vous. Okay? So for when we address a group informally or formally, we use vous. But when we address one person, if it's informal, we use tu. And if it is formal, we use vous. Okay? So even if it's just one person, but we address to it as vous, as a form of respect, because we don't know the person, it's a formal situation. That's how we do it. Okay? All right. So, beside this, what was I? Yes, comment vas-tu? Comment allez-vous? Then, an answer to this. So both mean how are you? Ça va bien, merci. Ça va bien, merci. It goes well. So if I had to do a word by word translation, it goes well. Thank you or thanks. Ça va bien, merci. Et toi? Or vous, et toi, et vous? I'm doing well, thank you. And you? Okay, so et toi in the case of informal, we use toi. And vous in the case of formal, we use vous. Ça va bien, merci. Et toi? Ça va bien, merci. Et vous? Okay. Any participants who are willing to try? Alors. Chez nous, Chapra. Right?
I can understand the first three, but I have confusion about the fourth and fifth one, if you can just repeat it. So first one is cuckoo and common sava. Third one is common waschu. Yeah.
Okay.
And fourth one.
Comment allez-vous? Comment allez-vous?
Common talavu.
Comment allez-vous? Ça va bien, merci. Try. Ça va bien, merci.
So MERCY, how is that's gonna
Merci. You can say it merci. Merci.
be? Samopia mercy.
Et
Mercy.
vous? Et toi? Et vous?
Itvu. Itvu.
Toi.
Et toi. Okay. Et toi.
Voilà. Toi. Et vous?
Ivu. Okay.
Very good.
And can we use like woo the part like how are you like common hello you as a second as well like how are you where we
Comment
use
allez-vous? This one?
yeah
Yeah, you can, of course.
so
But
they can be informal.
Oh, informal?
Oh, they can be formal, I mean, yeah.
You use this one for informal situations, but for the informal situation, you either this one or this one. Comment ça va or comment vas-tu? Okay?
Okay, got it. Yeah.
You're welcome. All right. Ayush?
So for comment parlez-vous, or is it like comma the fourth one? Is it comma parlez-vous or comma allez-vous? It starts with the T or
I
A.
will explain. Comment allez-vous? Comment allez-vous?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Comma parlez-vous.
Yes. The last one maybe? Or that's all what you wanted to ask? That's it?
Yeah, that's all I want.
Oh, okay. Okay. No problem. Alors, Simran?
Comment ça va? Comment vas-tu? Comment allez-vous? Ça va bien, merci. Et toi? Or et vous?
Yes, very good. Thank you. Okay, so I will do some explanation here on this comment allez-vous. Where is the T sound coming from? So, of course, the T sound is coming from here. But how do we pronounce this word when it is alone? We don't pronounce it comment. We pronounce it comment. The T is silent because it's the last consonant, okay? The T is silent. But the next word is starting with a vowel, okay? It's starting with a vowel. So we do what we call in French, la liaison. La liaison, the linking sound, okay? We link the sound from the first word to the second word, okay? So when a word ends with a consonant and the next word is a vowel, we do the linking between that last consonant and the vowel. So this alone is comment, but with aller, it's comment allez-vous, okay? Comment allez-vous? So I will link basically the first word to the second word to make the dialogue more fluid. Basically, that's it. Okay. Priya, you want to try?
Yeah, it's coucou, comment ça va? Comment vas-tu? Comment allez-vous? Ça va bien, merci. Et toi?
Et toi? What?
Et toi?
Yes. Et vous? Thank
Et
you.
vous? Okay.
All right. Very good. So. Alors, okay. Do you have any questions, maybe? Going further. All right. Yeah, we have 35 minutes. We will for sure not finish on time. Okay. More greetings. So we have enchanté. Enchanté is the equivalent of nice to meet you. Okay? Enchanté. Enchanté. Oh, important thing, I forgot to mention it. So, in English, we have the combination of SH and CH, right? So SH is sh, but CH is ch. However, in French, this doesn't exist. So SH doesn't exist. The combination SH doesn't exist. And the combination CH exists. However, it's not pronounced true. It's just sh. Okay? It's like the SH in English. So it's sh sound, not chu. So it's not enchanté. It's enchanté. Chant. Okay? Chanté, not chant. Don't stress it. Devanshu, yes?
Just a quick question. So is that something like wherever we use SH, we can use CH instead?
What do you mean?
Like for the English words, like wherever we use SH, instead of that in French, if there is any word that has to be CH instead of SH, but the sound is same like SH, right?
Are you telling me that if you translate a word from English to French, you have to change the SH to CH?
But pronounced like SH.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Be careful. So
Just
when you translate a word from English to French, it will change completely, of course. So you will not translate like part by part. It doesn't work like this.
yeah,
Okay?
but like the words in French, if it's ch, like we will not see any word with sh in it, right?
Exactly. You
always
will
ch.
not. You will never see sh. You will always see
Okay.
ch. And whenever you see ch, it's like the sound of sh.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds
Yeah.
good. Thanks.
Perfect. All right. Alors, so enchanté is nice to meet you. Enchanté. So when it's used when meeting someone for the first time, of course. Au revoir. Au. Remember, this is a combination. A-U, it's au. Revoir. Voir. You see? Voir. Revoir. Au revoir. Au revoir. It means goodbye. It's a common way to say goodbye when leaving. Au revoir. À bientôt. À bientôt. À bien. You hear me saying? So it's un with I, so it's bien. Bien. Bientôt. À bientôt. See you soon. À bientôt. So it's used when you plan to see someone in the near future. À plus tard, à plus tard, à plus tard. So I'm not pronouncing the S, I'm not pronouncing the D, so I think I don't need to emphasize that. So the T here is not pronounced also, but here the R is pronounced. Okay, revoir. So à bientôt, à plus tard, see you later. It's similar to à bientôt. À demain, à demain. Demain, it means tomorrow. And this A with an accent, I think you see it. It's a preposition, okay? We will see it next time. Today, we will not see prepositions. It's already a lot for you, but it's a preposition. It's not just a letter, it's a preposition. So, à demain, see you tomorrow. Adieu, it's the equivalent of farewell. Okay? Adieu. So, enchanté, au revoir, à bientôt, à plus tard, à demain, adieu. Tejinder, you have a question? See that your mic is open, but I'm not hearing you.
Hello.
Hello, yes, now I'm hearing.
Hi, I have a question related to that you said the preposition. So is it for the same for enchanté and à bientôt, like the last alphabet on the E and on the
No, no, no,
O,
no, no,
the
no, no,
sign?
no, no, no. It's not the same.
So what is
Okay.
the difference, like these things? I have
Uh,
learned like that's a grave accent and acute accent, but I'm not sure like
Yes.
how this works.
So this, what you're speaking about is for the E. Okay, l'accent grave, l'accent
Yeah,
aigu. Yes,
yeah.
this is for the E. It's just other letters. Okay, it's just a letter that sounds differently. That's it. It's not a preposition or anything. So this is E and this is E. Okay, as I explained before. But this A doesn't change in pronunciation. It's A, it's the same. The accent above it, it's just to mean, because we have two A's actually. We have this A and this A. So it's just to mean that this is the preposition. We put the accent above it to say this is the preposition. So a preposition, it's not just a letter or a verb or something, or just a noun. It's a preposition. For example, that in English, or to. Okay, to, the preposition
Okay.
to, or in, or on. Those are prepositions. So a is a preposition also. Okay, this a with accent. All right.
So these all make the different sound like sometime I see in the word like pupil. I don't know how to pronounce that in French, but they have a sound like the letter on the E is sometime on the different side, and the direction is different, so I don't know how to.
Yeah, there is the upward one. I call them,
Yeah.
I like to call them like this because it's easier to remember actually for students.
Sure.
There is an
Yeah.
accent going upward and the other
Yes.
one going downwards. So I will just
Yes.
write
Yes.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 So we are
So
going to study those two as well, like these things.
I just spoken about them. Were you here during the start of the session? Here?
Yes, I was here, but yeah.
I spoken about them all. Okay. So
Okay.
here, where? Yes, here. So I said that AI is A, this one with the upward accent, A, and EI is the equivalent of, it's pronounced like
I got
downward
that.
accent. Okay.
Sure. Thank you.
No problem. Okay. So of course, if you miss something or don't understand something that I already explained, you will have the recording afterwards and you can go over it again. Alors, so pronunciation time. Who wants to try? Oh, sorry, I will just correct this thing here. And we are good to go. Alors, who should we take? Anmolpreet. Anmolpreet. Go ahead. Anmolpreet, you can open your mic. Speak. Anmolpreet once, Anmolpreet twice. Nothing. Okay, then we will give talk to somebody else. Rajveer.
Hi. Enchanté, à bientôt, au revoir, à bientôt, à plus tard, à demain, adieu.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Shinu, go ahead, you can go.
Enchanté, au revoir, à bientôt, à plus tard, à demain, adieu.
Can you repeat this one?
Demain?
Not demain. The N is the, what did I say about AIN? It's pronounced Yeah.
Okay.
Demain.
Demain, okay.
Thank you.
Got it.
Very good. Alors, then Priya can go ahead.
It's Oshente, au revoir, à bientôt, à plus tard, à demain, adieu.
Very good again. Thank you.
Adieu.
Yes, adieu.
Adieu. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. What's happening? Okay. So that's it for now. All right. Let's go to the numbers. For this one, it's au revoir. Au revoir. Okay? Au revoir. Have I skipped it? No, I think not. Au revoir. Okay? All right. Venkatesh, you have a question maybe?
Yeah, in the previous slide,
Okay.
on the left side, can you explain the very last one? To desvi? What is
À
it?
tout de suite. À tout de suite. How can I translate this one? Like it means see you right away if I had to translate it roughly. Okay? See you right away, right now. So à tout de suite. So it's used when you are meeting someone like in a really short time. For example, someone is waiting for you outside of your home, your friend, and he calls you, he tells you, I'm downstairs, and you answer the phone, you tell him, okay, à tout de suite, j'arrive, à tout de suite, j'arrive. So see you in a moment, in a second, I'm coming down, or I'm coming, okay?
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. How can you pronounce the fourth one? Which is the fourth one? Oh, à tout à l'heure. À tout à l'heure. Which is equivalent to à plus tard. À tout à l'heure. À plus tard, it's the same thing. Anyway, so let us go to the numbers now. Let's count in French. You're welcome, no problem. Sometimes I will do that silly mistake. I do it a lot. So I mix up between saying you're welcome and no problem, and I end up saying your problem. So I mix up between the two. It happens to me a lot. So don't take it rudely if you hear me saying it's your problem or something like if it happens. So it's just because I mixed up the two expressions. Anyway. So let's see the counting the numbers in French. So I will start from 0 to 10. We will go actually up to 20 for now at least, and then starting from last week we'll go up to 50 and then to 100. Anyway, so 0, okay, 0, 0, 0, 1, UN, 1, 2, 2, 3, or 3, 3, 4, 4. Here I will stop again. So number 4, 4. You see there is a Q and after it there is a U. Actually, in French, every time there is a Q in a word, it will always be followed by a U. However, don't do the mistake of pronouncing it Q. Okay, quatre, for example, quatre. No, the U is always silent when it is after the Q. Okay, because for historical reasons, again, we just write the U after the Q and we kept it that way, but the U is never pronounced. Okay, so it's quatre, not quatre. Okay, quatre. So each time you will find that the Q is followed by U, except in cinq, actually. Okay, it's an exception. Cinq, there is no U after the Q, but in all other words, you will find that Q is followed by a U. However, we don't pronounce the U. Okay? So all over again. 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 1, okay, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Who wants to try? Radhika?
Zero, un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq, six, sept, huit, neuf.
It was perfect. I didn't hear for the 10, but beside this, it was perfect. Alors, let's see. Kieran?
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Can you repeat up until 4, please?
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. 1, not ou. Okay? 1. 1.
Ah, okay.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Perfect. Alors, last one. Garima, go ahead.
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Thank you. Let's go further. From 11 to 20. So starting from 16, starting from 17, actually, it will get much easier. Okay, because there is some math going on. Alors, if you know how to count from 0 to 10, and it will be easy from 17 to 19, because it's just 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9. Basically, it is this. So the French numbers are really weird, and you haven't seen the 70s, like 71, 72, 73, you will see that it will get crazy. And for the 90s also, 91, 92, 93, you will see that it will get really crazy and really long. Alors, 11. So 11, 12, 12, you see there is OU, 12, 13, you see there is EI, so 13, 14, 14, 15, IN, 1, 15, 16, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. Be careful here, it's not Venya, because it's not GN, it's NG. It's not the same. So 20, basically the G and the T are silent. Again, here it's proper for the numbers. Though the numbers have their own pronunciation, so they don't follow the basic rules we've seen. So of course they follow most of them, but you see that for most of them we pronounce the last consonant. 8, 9, 7. See? So it's a bit different for numbers. So all over again. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Who wants to try? So we have Jaspreet, Sidhu. Go ahead.
It's
Okay.
11,
Yes.
12, 12, 13,
Yes, better.
and 14 is 13 again.
No, 14 is not 13.
It's
14. 14.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 1.
Bon, très bien. Thank you. Alors, 9, Kiran. Go ahead.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Very good. Thank you. One last, Priyanka.
Ons, dos, tres, cactus, cans, ses, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Perfect. Thank you. So, for today, you will have as an assignment the alphabet and the numbers. Okay, so don't worry for those who didn't have the chance to participate. You can send me directly. So basically, all of you will have this as an assignment. All right. Radhika, you have a question?
Can I just say it once?
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Ons, dons, tres, quatorze, quinze, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
No, very good. Thank you. Actually, I will ask all of you a question. So I'm sorry if it's just ignorance, okay? Don't take it in a bad way or anything. So because since I started teaching French for immigration purposes, so for all these batches, I have many of the students that struggle with the pronunciation of the V. Like they pronounce it W, not V. Is it because in your mother tongue you don't have that sound? Okay, if someone can tell me in the chat maybe. Because many of my students actually struggle with that sound. They pronounce it like W. For example, vin, instead of saying vin, V, they say one. It's a bit hard for them. So it's just for me to know, because each time I say that I will ask this question and I forget, and then someone answer me in the chat maybe. Probably, yes. Okay. All right. Anyway. So let's go further with articles. Something really important. How much time? Yes, official time will end in 10 minutes, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slides left. So let's say technically we have about 30 minutes of work. Yeah, 30 minutes. So I hope that you're okay with doing some overtime. If you are not okay, if you have something to do, which I understand, I will keep going anyway. But don't worry, you will have the recording. Okay, you will have the recording. So even if you can't stay for the extra time, it's all right. You can catch that missed part afterwards in the recording. Anyway, let's go further. Alors, articles. So let's start with the indefinite articles. So we have, again, we will start to go in this thing about French that everything is gendered and numbered. Everything, basically. In English, it's much easier because we only have technically one indefinite article, which is a. But if the word starts with a vowel, we use an. Okay? This is the indefinite article for English. Whether it is feminine, masculine, plural, we don't really care. Okay? We use this one. However, in French, no. So we have un, une, des. Not des, okay? Des. Des. Un, une, des. So, un, this one, is used for masculine singular. We say un. For feminine singular, we use une. Okay, une. For masculine plural and feminine plural, we use des. So for plural, we don't really care if it's masculine or feminine. we use des. Okay. So, however, for the singular part, if it's masculine, we use un. If the noun is feminine, we use une. Now I will get the famous question, how do we know if something is masculine or feminine? There is no rule, okay? There is absolutely no rule. You will just get used to it through the learning and through the text, through reading, through everything, and that's it. Okay, so for example, a book is masculine, a phone is masculine, a bottle is feminine, a table is feminine. I don't know why. There is no actual, no reason actually I know for it. Again, for sure, it's historical reasons, but everything is gendered, okay? We don't have that thing of women, men, and things like in English. So we have she, he, and it. No, everything is gendered. We don't have the it. We gender everything. Alors, so un, une, et des. So we have some examples here. Un livre, a book. Okay, un livre. Okay, livre, if you want. Une portion. You see, we have T-I-O-N, so it's sion. Portion, une portion, which means a serving. Une portion. So portion is feminine, since it's preceded by une. So it's feminine. Livre is preceded by un, so livre is masculine. Des frites, so fries. Okay? But for one, we say une frite. So one piece of fry is feminine. Who decided that? I don't know, but it's the case. Alors, oignon. Okay, so this word is the only exception in French where the OI is not pronounced wa. Okay, it's just O. It's an onion. Okay, it's onion. It's the only exception in French when the OI is not pronounced wa, it's pronounced O only. Okay, oignon. We have that GN, so it's nion. New sound, and then after it you have on, which is on, so new on, nion. Okay, oignon, un oignon. And you hear me saying un oignon. Why am I adding the n sound? Again, if you remember, it's because of the la liaison, the linking. So we have a word ending with a consonant n and a word starting with a vowel. So we link the sound of this to this. So un oignon. Okay, un oignon. Une pomme, an apple. Pomme is apple. Okay, une pomme. All right. Do you have any questions? Yes, Venkatesh?
Should we not write the noun in capital letters?
A proper noun, it's written in capital letters. Like what I mean by a proper noun, it's like a specific noun of something. For example, a name, okay? A name of a language, a name of a country, a name of a person. These ones are written in capital, start with a capital letter, okay? Each time.
Yeah.
Because it's what we call a nom propre, a proper noun.
Okay.
Yeah. No questions? All right, let's go further. With more examples about this. So let's see some examples for masculine, singular, feminine, singular, and plural. So for example, we have for friend. So un ami is friend, okay? Ami. Un ami, you hear me? La liaison, nami. Un ami, a friend, which means a male friend, okay? Un ami. But for feminine singular, we say une amie. So she's a female friend. So, une amie. And you see we add an E. In most cases, for feminine, we add an E to the noun. Okay? So, un ami, une amie. Then, for plural, des amis. We add an S to it. Okay? Des amis. So, friends. So, un ami, une amie, des amis. Un bureau. Un bureau, which is a desk. Okay? Un bureau. Yes, Simran? You have a question?
Yeah, I have a question. Like for some friends, if those are feminine friends, do we have to add E after I?
Yes, if they are all female, all of them, 100%. However, if there is only one, that's what we call the superiority of, so yeah, it's superiority of male over female. So it exists in the language itself. We say in French, we say la supériorité est au masculin. So the superiority is the advantage basically is for the masculine. So if there are 100 people, if 99 of them are women, sorry, and one of them is a man, so we will use only S because we consider that it is a singular plural, a masculine plural, sorry. Okay? Clear?
Yes.
Great. All right. Okay, let me just reactivate my camera. Sorry, I will be honest. So sometimes I cut my camera just to smoke, since it's not really professional to smoke in front of. I don't like it, so. But I want to be honest, for me to not seem weird, maybe that he cut his camera, now he activated it again. Anyway, so just for you, All right. So, un ami, un bureau, yes, un bureau. Un bureau, so it's a desk. Un gâteau, bureau, so we have this E-A-U, it's O, remember, bureau, which is a desk. Un gâteau, which is a cake. Un gâteau, un gâteau. Don't do the mistake, please, of saying gâteau, gâteau, okay? Gâteau, O, which is a cake. Un ordinateur, un ordinateur. You hear me? Un ordinateur. So there is again la liaison. Un ordinateur, a computer. That's why we call it. That's what we call a computer in French, un ordinateur. Un téléphone, un téléphone. Oh, I forgot about this combination, but it's actually the same as in English, so I don't need to precise it. So PH is F, okay? I think it's clear. Anyway, so un téléphone, a telephone, basically. So all over again, un ami, un bureau, un gâteau, un ordinateur, un téléphone. Let's go to the feminine singular ones. So we have une chaise, une chaise. You hear me? So S, when it is between two vowels, it's pronounced Z, like a Z sound, okay? Z, chaise. All right, because the S is between two vowels. So une chaise, a chair. Une école, une école, une école, a school. Une glace, an ice cream. Glace is what we call ice cream. Une montre, a watch, une montre. Okay? Alors, so all over again, it will be une chaise, une école, une glace, une montre. For the plural examples, des bureaux, some desks or desks, des bureaux, des gâteaux, cakes, des ordinateurs, computers, des téléphones, telephones. And you see that for plural, each time we add the S. Okay? Oops, sorry. Here, yeah, ordinateur, téléphone, gâteau and bureau. We don't add an S, but we add an X. Why? Because when a word ends with AU or EAU in singular, in plural form, it will become AUX or EAUX. All right? Simple rule. Nothing much. Any question? Ayush, yes?
Can you please pronounce again for the feminine singular?
Yes. Une chaise, une école, une glace, une montre, une amie.
So it's une école as for a school?
Yes, école. École. Yes.
École. Okay. Un glace. And the last one you said is
Une.
un
Right.
montre.
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 You're good.
Okay. Montre. Thank you.
You're welcome. Venkatesh, yes?
Does the noun ending with E is mostly feminine or I'm not
Yes.
sure it's 100. Okay.
It's not 100%. Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like really to speak about this rule, because yeah, I know many students like this rule, like, oh, I saw that 75% of words ending with E are feminine. You can take it, yes, but it's not always the case. Okay.
Okay.
Ami. So for ami, it's un ami. Un ami. All right. We're done with questions, maybe? Yes. Okay, no more questions. So official time is over. We will go to the overtime now. Alors, let's see your first verb and how it's conjugated in the present simple, your first tense. So we have porter. Okay, porter, porter. You remember that when a verb, when it's a verb and it ends with er, it's pronounced e. Okay, the er, porter. So this is the unconjugated form. Okay, the infinitive form. Porter, which means to wear or to carry. So it can have these two meanings. For example, I carry a bag. It means je porte un sac. Je porte un sac. I carry a bag. Je porte un t-shirt. Je porte un t-shirt. I am wearing a t-shirt. And you notice that in my translation, I'm using the present continuous in English. However, I'm using the present simple in French. The thing is, in French, there is no present continuous. Okay? So it doesn't exist as a tense. It's proper to English. So whenever you see, for example, present continuous or present simple in English, it's always translated to the present simple in French. And when you read something in a present simple in French, it can be translated to both then, present continuous or present simple in English. Okay? So let's see how porter is conjugated. So actually, here is the pattern. It has a pattern. So what you do, you take off the ER. And then how do you conjugate it? So with first person singular, you add an E. Second person singular, you add ES. Third person singular, you add an E. So you take off ER, you are left with porte, okay? And you add an E. It's first person singular. Second person singular, ES. Third person singular, E. First person plural, ONS. Second person plural, EZ. And third person plural, ENT. What do I mean by this? First, second, third person plural, singular. Okay, it's the pronouns. Okay, it's the equivalent of I, you, he, she, etc. Okay, so let's take a look at them. So in French, we have je, okay, or I, je. For the informal you, or singular you, which is used only in informal situations, it's tu. So je, tu. He is il. So third person masculine singular is il. Third person feminine singular is elle. And we have another pronoun which is only used in informal situations, which is equivalent to we actually, but it's an informal we. But it's counted as a third person because the verbs are conjugated the same way with il and elle. Okay, as on. It's on. Okay, this pronoun is on. It's a we, but the formal we is nous. Okay, so we have nous and on. Both mean we in English, but on is the informal one. So the conjugation with on will follow as the third person singular. However, the conjugation with nous will be different. Okay, nous is the formal we. So, je, tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous. So nous is the formal we. Vous is the formal you or the plural you. Okay, vous. And then we have il and elle for they. Okay, il is for they masculine and elle is for they feminine. But you see it's plural here because we have an S to it. So it's not this il, I-L only, but this one is I-L-S. Same thing with elle. Okay, so all over again, it will be je, tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous, il, elle. Okay, so for this verb, how will it be conjugated? Let's take a look at the pattern again. So we take out ER, we are left with porte, and we add to it E, ES, E, ONS, EZ, ENT. Okay, let's see if it follows the pattern. So, porte, we have the root, porte, and we add to it E, then porte with ES, porte with E, porte, ONS, porte, EZ, porte, ENT. Now for the pronunciation. So the pronunciation of je, tu, il, elle, on, and il and elle in plural will be exactly the same. Hear me? Je porte, tu portes, il porte, elle porte, on porte, il porte, elle porte. You see, the writing is different, but the pronunciation is exactly the same. Je porte, tu portes, il porte, elle porte, on porte, il porte, elle porte. Okay? However, for nous, it will be different. Nous portons, portons. So the ONS is always on. The EZ is always E. Okay? E. Nous portons, vous portez. All right? So all over again, it will be je porte, tu portes, il porte, elle porte, on porte, nous portons, vous portez, il porte, elle porte. Please, I don't want to hear in the recordings, I don't want to hear je portais, tu portais, il portait. This mistake is done a lot. And I don't know where it comes from, actually. Okay? Je porte. So remember, the E at the end is not pronounced. Okay? Forget about it. It's not pronounced. So you stop at the T sound. So, je porte, tu portes, il porte, elle porte, on porte. And then for here, it's again porte. Porte, elle porte. The only difference is here. Portons, portez. Okay? Any question? None. All right, I hope it's clear then. If you learn this, oh, yeah, a question maybe? Yes, Raman Sput. I'm not hearing you. No sound. If it's not working, you can ask your question in the chat, don't worry. Because I'm not hearing you at all. You repeat all the pronunciations. Yes, one more time, but if you need again more, well, you will have access to the recordings. Alors, je porte, tu portes, il porte, elle porte, on porte, nous portons, vous portez, il porte, elle porte. Right? Or, je porte, tu portes, il porte, elle porte, on porte, nous portons, vous portez, il porte, elle porte. All right, done. You're welcome. Okay, so if you learn this pattern, then congratulations, you know how to conjugate. I think the exact percentage is 78% or 75% of the verbs in French in the present simple. Why? Because actually this pattern is not unique to porter only, to this verb only, but to all the ER ending verbs. Okay? Because we have some categories of verbs in French. We have what we call the first group, the second group, and the third group. So the first group of verbs is the verbs ending with ER, which consists of the most verbs in French, actually. 75% or basically in the 70s, 78, 75, I don't remember exactly, but that's it. So ER ending verbs. Second group is the IR ending verbs. For example, partir, IR, ER, okay? IR ending verbs. For these ones, their conjugation is pretty crazy because we have some subcategories in them, so we will see them at last, actually. We will see them in the third week, okay? Not now. But we will first start with the third group. So we, of course, no, we will start with the first group, and then we will jump directly to the third group, which are the RE ending verbs. So we have ER ending verbs and RE ending verbs. Okay? They are quite different and a bit difficult to approach because they have a lot of what we call irregular verbs, basically verbs that don't follow the regular pattern. Okay? But it's less complicated than the IR verbs because the IR verbs are complete craziness. You have to remember a lot of things with them, but don't worry. Again, don't worry. There will be patterns for each one, each subcategory. So anyway, you see this pattern. Take off the ER and then you add E, ES, E, ONS, EZ, ENT. You can apply it to every ER ending verb in the present simple. And good. So even if you don't understand the verb, you can conjugate it right now. So congratulations. So let's move on with some examples. No, before the examples, we will see some vocabulary for clothing because also, so we've learned porter, to wear, which can be used as to wear. So we will learn some vocabulary for clothing and then make some examples, your first sentences with the verb porter, which can mean to wear, and clothing. So we can combine those to make some sentences. Alors, what time is it? Okay. Alors, les vêtements. Les vêtements. vêtements. Okay, French clothing. I will get the question before you ask me about this hat accent, l'accent circonflexe, we call it in French. It doesn't change anything in the pronunciation of the E, okay? It's pronounced E, okay? It's not different than the other accents. However, it's here again for historical reasons. It's basically there present to talk to us, to tell us that in ancient French, there was an S after this E. Okay, it was like this. Okay, basically that's it. That's the reason of its presence. Okay, vêtement. So ancient French, it was this. But then we took out this S, make it simpler, and we put this accent above the E just to say that, oh, before in ancient times, there was an S here. Okay, it doesn't have any pronunciation application or pronunciation change or anything. So good, we have 3 slides left. Alors, les vêtements, French clothing. Une chemise, une chemise. Une chemise. So you see there is CH here, I'm not pronouncing it ch, it's ch. Chemise, okay, chemise. Une chemise, which means a shirt, or une blouse for a lab coat for women, okay? So either for a lab coat or for women. Alors, une blouse, une chemise, une blouse. Un pull, okay? Un pull, a sweater. Une veste, une veste. Une veste, which means a jacket. Un manteau, un manteau. Un manteau. Manteau, a coat. Un pantalon, un pantalon, pantalon, un pantalon. A pair of pants. Une jupe, a skirt, une jupe. Une robe, a dress. Okay? So, une chemise, un pull, une veste, un manteau, un pantalon, une jupe, une robe. And just from this, you can know the genders of these things. So we know that a jacket is feminine in French because we use une here. A coat is masculine in French because there is un. A pair of pants is masculine again, French, because there is un. A skirt is feminine because it's une, etc. Okay? A question? None? Great. Maybe in the chat? No? Right. Alors, 2 slides left and I will release you. Again, I'm sorry about this. It's just as you see, as you can see, it's really long. Sorry, really sorry for holding you this much. Alors, des chaussettes. Des chaussettes. This one is a bit hard. Some ones pronounce it chaussette, saucette. It's a bit hard. Chaussette. Chaussette. Okay? Yes, technically you have to remember what is masculine, what is feminine. Of course, you will have to remember, but don't just do, I don't know, a list of words and remember them all. Try, when you learn words, try to use articles with them, because it's easier to remember which is masculine or which is feminine when there is an article, okay? So don't just use a sheet of words like this. Chapeau, hat, gants, gloves, écharpe, scarf, you see? Use articles, it's better. So you don't have to remember which is masculine, which is feminine. Use articles. So une écharpe, une écharpe, un chapeau. So we will know that this one, oh, there is un, so it's masculine. Oh, there is une, so it's feminine. Okay? You're welcome. Stick words is pretty similar to how I speak in Punjabi, my mother language. We have genders for words. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Nice. Alors, where was I? Yes, des chaussettes. Chaussettes. Chaussette. It sucks. Of course, it's a plural noun, okay, because they go by pairs, so it's plural. But I will write between brackets how it is in singular. So if I want to say one sock, okay, here it will be feminine, okay, or chaussette. One sock is feminine. Une chaussette, say, not un chaussette. Des chaussures, des chaussures. Des chaussures, not chaussures. Chaussures. Okay, shoes. Again, here it's feminine. So, des chaussettes, des chaussures. Des sandales, des sandales. Sandals. Again, feminine. Un chapeau, un chapeau. A hat. Not chapeau, chapeau, oh, chapeau. Des gants, okay, gants, not gaunt, gants. So this one is masculine, so un gant, not une gant, un gant. Une écharpe, une écharpe, une écharpe, écharpe, okay, une écharpe, a scarf. Une ceinture, ceinture, ok? Une ceinture, a belt. Une cravate, une cravate, une cravate, cravate, a tie. Des sous-vêtements, underwear, okay? So sous is under, for example, sous la table, under the table. Sous la table, sous is under, and vêtements, it's clothes, so under clothes, so underwear. Sous-vêtements, des sous-vêtements. And this one is masculine, we say un sous-vêtement. Alors, un maillot, not malo, okay? Please don't do this mistake, not malo, maillot. So, in most cases, when we have an I before two L's, it's pronounced you, okay? You sound. Maillot, maillot, okay? The L's are silent, basically. Maillot. So when we have an I before two L's, it's you sound. Maillot. Of course, there are exceptions. For example, village, okay? We don't say village, we say village. It's written exactly as in English, okay? Village, village, same spelling. It's pronounced differently, of course, village. Alors, un maillot de bain. Un maillot de bain, a swimsuit. Okay? Maillot is I don't know how to translate it like word by word because I don't know the translation for maillot. Jersey, yeah, jersey, a jersey. Maillot is a jersey, and bain is bath. So a jersey of bath. So a swimsuit. So, but word by word is a jersey of bath. But it means a swimsuit. Anyway, all over again, it will be des chaussettes, des chaussures, des sandales, un chapeau, des gants, une écharpe, une ceinture, une cravate, des sous-vêtements, un maillot de bain. Un maillot de bain. Any question? Good. Oh, I didn't receive many questions with this, but I hope it's a good thing. Because generally in the first session, I get too much questions. I mean, much more than this. But I hope it's a good sign. Okay. All right. So let's make some sentences now. So we know some vocabulary for clothes. We know how to conjugate a verb, porter. Okay. We can make some sentences. Alors, je porte un chapeau aujourd'hui. Je porte un chapeau aujourd'hui. Aujourd'hui. This weird word, it means today. Okay? This weird thing means today. Confuses a lot of people, I know, but it means today. Aujourd'hui. Dui. Okay? Aujourd'hui. Aujourd'hui. Je porte un chapeau aujourd'hui. I am wearing a hat today. Tu portes une robe élégante. Don't say elegante, because elegante is Spanish, okay? It's not French. Élégante. Une robe élégante aujourd'hui. Tu portes une robe élégante aujourd'hui. Elegant means elegant, as in English. So, you are wearing an elegant dress today. Tu portes une robe élégante aujourd'hui. Elle porte des lunettes de soleil. Have you seen this? No. All right. It's all right. Elle porte des lunettes de soleil. So she wears sunglasses. Des lunettes de soleil. Sunglasses are lunettes de soleil. Okay? So lunette is glasses. So this word alone is glasses. And soleil is the sun. Okay? Soleil is sun. So word by word translation, it would be she wears glasses of sun. Okay? Glasses of sun. Sunglasses. Elle porte des lunettes de soleil. Le soleil is sun. She wears sunglasses. Nous portons des sacs lourds. Nous portons des sacs, bags. Okay? Sac is bags. Lourd, it's an adjective. It means heavy. Okay? Nous portons des sacs lourds. The D is not pronounced. Okay? Lourd. We stop here. Lourd. Des sacs. We stop here again, not sacs. Sac. Des sacs lourds. So we are carrying heavy bags. You see, we used porter as to carry here. Vous portez des chaussures confortables. Portez des chaussures confortables. You wear comfortable shoes. Portez des chaussures confortables. So try, I know it will be hard because it looks exactly the same. It is the same word as in English, but try to not do the mistake of pronouncing it comfortable. Okay? Many do this mistake. Comfortable. Table, not comfortable. Confortable. Okay? Vous portez des chaussures confortables. Ils portent des manteaux en hiver. Ils portent des manteaux en hiver. They wear coats, des manteaux, coats, in winter. En hiver, in winter. So, hiver is winter. Okay? All over again. Je porte un chapeau aujourd'hui. Tu portes une robe élégante aujourd'hui. Elle porte des lunettes de soleil. Nous portons des sacs lourds. Vous portez des chaussures confortables. Ils portent des manteaux en hiver. Any questions? Simran, yes?
So, as you mentioned, there is no present continuous tense in French. So even it's I'm wearing a hat today or either I wear a hat today, it's gonna be same.
Yeah, we have an example here in the third sentence.
Yeah,
So,
wear
elle
glasses.
porte,
Yeah,
she wears. Yeah,
thank you.
you're welcome. Alors, should the adjective come after the noun, not before? We will speak about this when we get to the adjectives, because actually it will depend. It's not a general rule in French. We have some kind of adjectives that come before and some other kind of adjectives that come after the noun. Okay, it will depend. Okay, so basically we are done. So what you will have as an assignment for today, of course, when I mean for today, it's just that the assignments from today. Okay, you don't have to send them to me today. You have the whole week to do it. Basically, you don't have a deadline for the assignments I give you. Okay, you don't have a deadline for them, but of course, it's better to do them to stay on track, to keep up with the rhythm. So, of course, you can send me the assignments from session 1. You can send them to me in the 4th week. It's totally fine. But of course, it will be harder for you to follow, to have a feedback from me and to follow your evolution, because you will have too much left behind. Okay, so of course it's better to stay at a certain rhythm. But if you can't, it's all right. Of course, you are free. You're adults. You don't have a deadline or anything. So just do what feels best for you. Alors. Books to purchase. I don't really have books for you to a list of books for you to purchase, but yes, I will of course send you directly some study materials. I will send you something that I will show you now. I will speak more about it tomorrow. Actually, I will send it tomorrow. I will not send it today. Basically, it's a chart where we have the combination of letters, syllables to make syllables. For example, you have the consonant B and the vowels A, E, U, I. So B-A is ba, B-E is bu, B-E with accent is B, etc. So this is how we learn French as kids. And for me, it's the best way actually to learn how to read French. If you really learn that chart, because you have all the combinations possible in it. So you will not have any trouble if you learn it correctly. You will not have any trouble on how to read French. It's an important thing, in my opinion, even if I'm not asked actually to send you that, but I will do it anyway because I think it's important. You will have access to this, to this session. I will send you an email. So after about an hour from now, I will send an email that will contain, so the assignments. So I will tell you which pages. For example, this will be slide for this session. It will be slide 20, slide 18, slide 19, plus the numbers. So slide 12 and 13, and slide 4, 5, 6 for the alphabet. Okay, so you will find them in the email. Please read the email completely. I know that most of you will skip some certain parts. They will just get to the link and download it, or just get to the PDF and download it, and that's it. But read it, it's important, okay? Because you will find, first you will find my number that you will need to send me those vocal assignments. You will have to send them to me as vocals. So send them to me as vocal assignments. You will find my WhatsApp number. You will find the number of the person who is in charge of correcting the written assignments, the written weekly tasks, which you will not have today. You will have them tomorrow. So you will have the weekly tasks, your written tasks. You will have them each Sunday, not Saturday. Okay. Okay. Each Sunday you will receive some written tasks. that you will not send to me to correct. Of course, if you have questions or editing, you can reach out to me. But for the correction of those written tasks, it's not with me, with another person. We have a person in charge of that. You will find also the number of the persons in charge of re-uploading the recordings. Because I'm saying this now, but I will know that I will receive that famous message, sir, I forgot to download the recording. Can you please send me the recording? I receive this message a lot, even if it's explained in the email and I say it in each session, basically. So the links that I will send you for the downloading are valid for 3 days only. Okay, they are after that, they are expired. Of course, it doesn't mean that you cannot have access to the recordings anymore. It just means that I have to re-upload. But it's not my mission, okay? Because it will take me a lot of time. I manage a lot of batches already. I have extra work. I'm a student, so I have university things. I have my personal chores, so I can do extra work for that. So we have a person in charge of that, and that person, you will find a section in the emails which is written, for expired links, please contact that person and that number. Okay, so read the emails completely, it's important. That's all what I had to say. If you have any more questions, I'm here for you. Or else we can end it here. And again, I'm very sorry for holding you this much. So 40 minutes of overtime is a lot. So it's a lot for me, but for you, it's worse, I think. Because you're just hearing someone speaking a lot, it's maybe boring. All right, so no questions. Great. I hope you enjoyed this first class. I will see you tomorrow for the second session. I hope I was good. I hope that I wasn't too slow or too quick. Okay. Of course, we cannot satisfy everyone. I know that maybe some of you found me too boring. Some of you found me maybe too quick. I don't know. It's normal. It happens. Anyway. So thank you for everything. See you tomorrow, and I wish you a good afternoon and a good end of the day. Bye.